How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and my bad, I've been lagging on the uploads. It is simply because I've been working on the Supra nonstop. I dropped the trans, trying to fix this dragon clutch issue, replaced my whole system, and I somehow made it worse. So we're going to go ahead and just redo all that, but I'm going to go ahead and take a break from doing that and upload some videos. So today, let's take a look at some builds that probably are running a lot better than the Supra is at this current moment. Today, we're going to be looking at some tuner cars for sale sent to me by you guys. If you guys want to send me any, send them to my Gmail, drewpeacock.clips@gmail.com. I say that really fast because lengthy intros are whack. Let's go ahead and dive right in. First car is a 1999 Toyota Soar. 40,000 smackaroonies right there. Says it has an automatic transmission, which is kind of whack, and the engine size is a 1 liter. I don't know if he's lying because that's clearly some sort of a JZ, so obviously not a 1 liter. But yeah, we have a JZ Soar, and looks like he has a parachute mount on the back. His license plate says PSI Junkie. If you're going to be a junkie on any kind of drug, let it be PSI going through your turbo. Let your car take the abuse, because drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. He's on what looks like Mickey Thompson ET Street R Pros, Radio Pros. Same tire I'm going to be running once the Mustang is retuned. It looks like a 1J, maybe a 2J non-VVTi. It's hard to tell because of the no coil packs, but I'm betting it's a 2J. I don't think he would go to a 1J. I mean, you can make a lot of power on 1Js, don't get me wrong, but if you're going to be doing all this, might as well do 2J. I like how his wiring is just super fucking clean and just, oh god, look at all that, all loomed together. He didn't put on any fucking pool noodles. It's just super straight, going wherever it wants to go. Nice. Of course, since it is a Soar, it is right-hand drive. It looks like, yeah, I guess it is an automatic. It looks like it's got a trans brake and all that shit. Nice, wow, really clean welds for his roll cage. It's a full-on race car. Like, I mean, you could probably drive this on the street. I wouldn't really recommend it because a lot of people think you can just go out and fuck around with race cars on the street and it's just going to take it. No, these cars are built to be like wide open throttle, and even then they get a few pulls in and something needs to be fixed. So I don't know about all that. So it is a 1,000 rear wheel horsepower 2J big dollar build. Niddle rods and pistons ported to match each other with the 1J head. So okay, so it's like a 1.5J. That's why it was like a little weird to take a look at and understand. I don't know why he put -1 liter though in the engine, but yeah, it's a really sick build. It's a common build to do, especially on these SC300/Soars. Obviously, the JZ comes in that to begin with, so it just slaps right in. Super easy to do, and it's the same chassis as a Supra. So why not? It's like having a Supra, but the older, uglier version. Like, this is like the rich man ugly Supra. Like, oh, Supra, you guys like sports cars. Oh no, this is luxury car. It's fucking ugly. It looks like a lizard. Sorry to all my SC300 buddies, but that front end, man, it's kind of weird. I like the rear end. It's got a pretty decent booty. I will say that. I like the rear end. $40,000 though. I mean, it is 1,000 horsepower on a fucking 1.5J, but I don't know. That's a lot of money. You could buy a stock Supra for that price. Let me know what you guys would buy. Stock Supra or 1,000 rear wheel horsepower Toyota Soar. Let's go ahead and move on to the next car. Next car is a 1998 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 Coupe 2-door, $15,000. So this is significantly less. Now let's see if it's on the same level as that Toyota Soar. Who would win? It's like a little mini build battle. Soar or this Z28. Now these, in my opinion, have to be the most aerodynamic Camaro ever to be manufactured. It just looks like a bullet speeding through the air. It also looks like a catfish. So love it or hate it, that's your own opinion. Now he is on some sort of race star and or weld setup. Big ass slick in the rear, skinnies up front. Also has a parachute. His turbo though is sticking through the hood. So does that mean it's more? Does that mean it's less? We're going to find out. It is a big fucking turbo. I'm going to say that. If you saw this thing lining up against you, bro, just back out of the race. Just fucking exit game. You know, sell your car. Leave it. Just, you're done. Okay, this thing is terrifying. I wouldn't go up against this thing in any of my cars. It just looks scary. It's horrifying. Anyways, he says it's a 383 stroked 5.3 with Texas speed rotating assembly. God, that turbo is so fucking massive. Holy shit. He's got a little baby one over here too. He's got a long description here. I just want to see either how much power it makes and or how big that turbo is. It looks like it's an 88 millimeter billet 102 with a 1.45 AR. That is easily over 1,000 horsepower. I'd say easily, especially on a V8, a built V8, easily. He's got his whole suspension set up. I mean, it looks super nice and coated underneath. Like, look how clean all of that is. Super nice. Obviously, his wheels, his welds. Very clean car here. You can see it on a dyno. I don't know. Maybe he will show how much it made. It made... What? Okay. Oh, no, it's engine torque. So it's over 700 engine torque. It doesn't show power unless I'm blind. I have been blind in the past, so I don't know. But... I mean, 700 engine torque on a turbo car, that's a lot of torque. That's easily 900 to 1,000 wheel horsepower. So, unless I'm blind and you guys saw something on that listing that I didn't see, this thing is pretty much on par with the Toyota Soarer. But which one would you guys choose? The Toyota Soarer or the Z28 Camaro? I have no idea which one I would choose. I think the Soarer would be more of like a little sleeper. Like, I mean, it looks like a fucking sick-ass car, but... the inside, too, is just, like, fully gutted, and it's like, I don't know about all that. Where this interior, a lot more nice, a lot more complete. You know, you can actually probably drive this around on the street, besides that giant turbo sticking out of the hood and blinding your ass. Like, that's pretty annoying. Let me know, though, what would you guys take? This is also $30,000 cheaper. Next car is a 1991 Nissan 240SX Coupe LSX. So we got another LS car. This one is also $15,000. So this one is kind of on par with this Firebird or whatever Z28 that we just saw. So I guess we can throw him into the mix as well. Now, typically when I see LS swaps done on these cars and the exteriors are looking kind of like this, the underneath the hood or the engine bay, just everywhere is kind of a fucking mess. So I really hope it's kind of a fucking mess. You got wires going every which direction, vacuum lines going every which direction. Nothing seems to be routed like very nicely or hidden or anything. It's just kind of, it looks like it was just tossed in. I mean, it was just fine. You know, you want to get your project going. I'm sure you know what? I was going to say I'm sure my K20 will look something like this, but no, I'm gonna take my time on that. I want that one to actually like look nice. You know, paint the engine bay, do all that cool stuff. So I don't want it to look like someone just tossed it. Like, look at this shit. You got wires coming out of your steering column. Like, there's really no better way to do that, really. Like, I find that very hard to believe. Door panels are fine. There's no wires coming out of that shit, so that's good. But underneath the hood, man, that was kind of bad. It was cool that you got an LS inside your little 240 coupe. Okay, that's very cool. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's a lot of fun to drive, but this thing is going to have issues galore. If you buy this car, you're going to have to redo all of this fucking rat's nest over here. Like, that is disgusting. His fuel filter's just right up in here. Dude, tuck your fuel filter underneath the car like every other fucking sane person out there. Why do you have it up here? I guess it's quick access, but come on, man. Come on, man. Fire extinguisher, definitely going to be needing that. Thank God he's fucking including that. Seats look musty. This is, I mean, the only reason why he's asking 15 is because it's a 240. I don't think this car's worth 15. Let me know what you guys think, but it looks like a fire hazard if you're asking me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. I think we'd all take the Z28 over it, unless you are a die-hard Nissan fanboy. But even then, you're gonna die hard like a Nissan fanboy when this thing catches on fire. So moving on. Next car is a 2001 Pontiac Firebird. I knew there was a Firebird in this episode. I kept calling the other one a Firebird, but it is a Z28. This is a $10,000 car, and he's not competing with the other boys. Okay, obviously this first photo, I mean, look at it. It is oversaturated as shit. I just wanted to show you guys, if you really never want to sell your car, just take all of your photos like this. This isn't a nice car. Okay, he's not a tuner car. I mean, look at this thing. Is this thing screaming tuner? The guy that painted his drop top with racing stripes. Definitely not a tuner car, but see, that just goes to show how much a photo can actually hide. Look at this photo. You would think, whatever, it's a weird looking Firebird, but it can't be that bad. And you look at this photo. Photos are deceiving. So he painted a lot of his interior with spray paint, his speakers, his seats, his fucking drop top for some reason. His whole rear trunk area is like alligator skin or some shit. He must be a fucking taxidermist. And then he has photos of girls, and his car's like sort of in the background. Yeah, but look at this engine bay shot. I'm not editing this. This is on his post, and I'm going to show you guys. Like, I did not edit this thing. If I click off, you can see right here, unedited. This is his photo. He said, "Yep, I really want to sell this car, and this is how it looks. If you come and look at my car, it's going to look exactly like this." Like, dude, what 60-year-old fucking man is overexposing these photos? Like, this is horrible. If you are trying to make it in the car scene or the photo scene, just don't do this. Like, this looks disgusting. It does hide how bad it is, But I mean, the exterior is whatever. Like, you take off all the lame filters, whatever. It's not even that bad at that point. It's just fucking clapped out. Boom, look at that sunset. It looked like a nuclear explosion. This guy's in Japan in 1945. Holy shit. That thing is fucked. Oh, in this photo? Oh, nice calm beach day. Boom. Nice calm beach day. Boom. Yeah, not so good no more. $10,000. Don't see it happening. Sorry, Kent. All right, last car, 2012 ZR1 Corvette Hennessy for $75,000, the most expensive car on the episode. A ZR1 alone costs $50,000 to $60,000. Does a Hennessy ZR1 cost that much more? What does Hennessy do to these? I think they retune them, pulley down, and some other little shit like that. They might throw in some sort of aero kit that they make specifically, and then their sticker. Is that worth that much more? We'll have to see in the description. I've heard good things about Hennessy, and I've heard bad things about Hennessy. It could fuck you up if you drink too much, and then if you let them work on your car, it can overheat kind of quick. But that's just some of the things I've heard, you know? Don't know. But at the end of the day, they are a name brand. A lot of people know of them. So is it worth it? I'm not doing a review on the car. I'm not driving it, so I won't be able to give you that answer. But we can at least look at this car and see if what they did differently is worth the extra $15,000. They put little Hennessy nameplates down here in carbon. Pretty cool. There's a little carbon K&N filter, man. Pretty sick. I don't know if that's Hennessy. I'm sure you could just buy that, so it's whatever. But I'm guessing there's a smaller pulley on his supercharger. These ZR1 Corvettes are sexy. Like, they are my favorite Corvette. I think if it was between a C6 and a C7 ZR1, I would take the C6. I just think it's so sexy. Like, it's just such a good looking car. I mean, the little glass window on the hood is kind of a gimmick, but besides that, very sexy. Looks like it's got some form of long tubes, so they might do some, what the fuck is that? It looks like it's some sort of coolant leak. Not good. No bueno there. Nice stainless and or titanium exhaust. That is getting really hot. I'm sure, just like I said before, it might overheat. But yeah, I mean, he didn't really show anything where I was like, wow, yeah, that makes it worth it. So I guess let's just read his description. Is it worth it? So it has 43,000 miles, which is really good. A 6.2 LS9 owned by Hennessy Performance Engineering, fully loaded with carbon fiber package, front splitter, spoiler. Literally what I said. Like, I didn't read this description, but literally what I said. Like, it's probably just some sort of like aero package. K&N, carbon fiber, cold air intake, whatever. It's got different cams in it, it looks like, or that she's just listening to stock cam. I don't know. He's got, so it's somewhat of a built motor, maybe, because it's got LME springs, push rods, and stock lifters. Different injectors, flex fuel sensor, so that's cool. He's got a different lower pulley. I don't know if this is all done by Hennessy, though, so I have no fucking idea. It makes 13 pounds of boost, 2-inch headers, off-road X-pipe. Don't have any of the paperwork or receipts. It was owned by Hennessy. I have the original registration from them to prove it. I guess. I mean, well, car made approximately 600 wheel on 91 and 650 on the 85. He should jump up a lot more than 50 horsepower. A lot more. At least 100, one would think. But whatever. I was expecting like 800 plus horsepower on this Hennessy car, but yeah, 600 for fucking, these cars make that much, pretty much stock. I'd probably just go buy a stock one and save myself 15 grand. Because with that 15 grand, you'll probably be able to make it a lot faster than 650 wheel. But who knows? Not me. I don't own a Corvette. Let me know down in the description, Corvette boys. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, please let me know, which car would you buy out of those 4? I'm not including that goddamn Trans Am. That thing was a fucking nightmare. Don't say that one in the comments, please. Anyways, if you guys want to submit some of these cars, send them to my Gmail, drewpeacock.clips@gmail.com. Subscribe to see more videos like this one, and until next video, peace.